Level 1, the runner. You are 14 years old. You live in a concrete block apartment in the Kombinat neighborhood of Tirana. Your father left when you were 9. Your mother works 2 cleaning jobs and comes home too tired to ask questions. There is a man named Gjini who sits outside the barber shop on your street every morning. He knows your name. He knows your family name. One day he hands you a folded envelope and tells you to walk it to a man waiting near the market. Do not open it. Do not stop. Come back and there is money waiting. You deliver the envelope. You come back. Genie puts 500 lek in your hand. You stand there and stare at it. That is more than you have ever held at one time. He is already looking somewhere else, but he is smiling. Level 2. The lookout. You are 16 now. 2 years have passed. You have a corner, a specific stretch of sidewalk near the Boloku district. You stand there most afternoons with your phone in your hand. If a police car turns onto the street, you send one word, one letter. That is your entire job. You make 2,000 lek a week. You spend it on a chain, a better phone, new shoes, things visible enough to tell people in the block that you are no longer invisible. The other boys notice. They say nothing. That is already the first lesson. You do not speak. You watch. You wait. The first time something goes wrong, a man you have never seen is arrested 20 meters from where you stood. The police ask you questions. You say you were just standing there. They believe you. You are 16. You are just a kid. Ginny finds out you said nothing. The next morning he drives you to get breakfast. He pays for everything. He says only one thing, besa. You do not know the full weight of that word yet, but you do not forget it. Level 3, the ushtar. You are 19 now. 3 years have passed. Ushtar means soldier. You are inside now. Gjini brought you to his cousin, a man named Aryan, who runs 3 neighborhoods and answers to someone you have never met. Aryan looks at you for a long time before he speaks. He tells you that you have given your word, and he tells you what that means. If you break besa, it does not end with you. It ends with everyone who carries your name. Your mother, your sister, your cousins. You understand this completely. You shake his hand. That handshake is your contract. There is no paper. There is no ceremony. There is only the handshake and the weight of centuries behind it. Your job is distribution. Small packages across a strip of apartments near the university. You collect cash twice a week and pass it up the chain. You make 15,000 lek a week. You buy your mother a new refrigerator. She does not ask where the money came from. She does not want to know. One night, a buyer tries to take the package without paying. You do not call anyone. You handle it yourself. Your hands are shaking by the time you walk away. But you walk away. Aryan hears about it by morning. He nods once. That nod means more than any salary. Level 4. The Gojda. You are 22 years old. You have been in for 6 years. Gojda means nail, a thing that holds other things in place. That is your function. When a dealer in the network stops paying on time, you are sent to remind them of their obligations. When a rival group moves product through a street that belongs to the clan, you are the first response. You carry a weapon now. You have used it once. Not to kill, not yet, but you used it, and the man who felt it understood the message without explanation. You make 30,000 lek a week. You drive a second-hand Mercedes. Not new, not clean. Aryan told you early on, do not be visible. Visible means problems. Inside the organization, though, you are becoming someone. Men who have been in longer than you address you differently now. There is a word they use when they speak about you to others, trim. It means reliable, it means clean. For the first time in your life, the most dangerous men you know describe you as clean. Then a man from a rival clan in Shkodër approaches one of your dealers directly. Better terms, he says. The dealer calls you instead of accepting. You take that information up the chain. Within a week, the man from Shkodër is gone. Not arrested, gone. Nobody discusses it, but everybody knows what happened. And everybody knows you were the one who made the call. Level 5, the trafficant. You are 26 years old. You have been in for 10 years. Trafficant means trafficker. You are no longer in Tirana, you move. 2 weeks in Durrës, 1 week in Bari, 3 days in Antwerp. You carry nothing. You never carry anything. You are the instructions. You are the handshake between the man who holds the product and the man who moves it. Your job is to be trusted on both sides and to never be the link that breaks. The product is heroin. It moves from Turkey through North Macedonia and Kosovo and down through Albania, hidden inside the panels of trucks and packed inside industrial machinery, loaded onto speedboats that cross the Adriatic at 2 in the morning with no lights. You have stood on a dock in near total darkness while men unloaded boxes into a waiting truck. You checked the weight. You made the call, you drove away before the truck did. You make the equivalent of 4,000 euros a week, some months more. You send money home through a man who runs a currency exchange in Tirana. Your mother lives in a new apartment. Your sister goes to university. Nobody asks questions. The fear is different at this level. At 16, you were afraid of the police. At 22, you were afraid of rivals. Now you are afraid of men inside your own organization. You have seen what happens to trafficante who skim. You change your phone every 2 weeks. You sleep in different places every few nights. You do not bring anyone to the same location twice. This is not paranoia. This is the only version of professionalism that keeps you alive. Level 6. The arrest. You are 29 years old. They stop your car at a checkpoint outside Shkodër at 6 in the morning. You have nothing in the vehicle. You are clean. But they have been watching you for 14 months. And the phone records alone are enough. The judge gives you 8 years. Criminal association and drug trafficking. Your lawyer, who is also the clan's lawyer, tells you to say nothing. You say nothing. Rogojina Prison, Block B. You are inside for 11 days before a guard approaches you after lights out. He has a phone. The phone has one number saved in it. You call the number, and the voice on the other end tells you that things continue. Your share continues. Your family is taken care of. He tells you that you are not gone. You are just in a different room. He is right. Within 3 months, you are coordinating a delivery through a contact in Hamburg. You never touch product. You never need to. A phone in a prison cell reaches everywhere. You have power. You have authority. You have money moving through accounts in 4 countries. The only thing you do not have is freedom. Level 7. The Mick. You are 33 years old. You have been in for 17 years. Mike means trusted friend. It means inner circle. You served 5 of your 8 years. When you walked out of Rogozina, the man who picked you up was not Aryan. Aryan is gone. Arrested 3 years ago in Belgium. The man who picked you up is someone you knew as a teenager. Someone you once ran envelopes for. He is the Krytar now. He hands you a coffee and tells you that you are being trusted with something large. You are the connection between the clan's operation in London, the supply network through Rotterdam, and the leadership in Tirana. You are the Mick. You do not make the decisions. You make the decisions possible. You live in a flat in East London. You own a restaurant in Tirana you have visited 4 times. You own a construction company you have never visited at all. The money is concrete now. Real estate. A building going up on the edge of Tirana. You make the equivalent of 200,000 euros a year. The number feels abstract. You stopped thinking about money the way you thought about it at 16. Money is not money anymore. It is permanence. It is the thing that remains when everything else gets taken. The police know your face. They have a file. You know when they are watching because someone tells you. You change nothing about your routine when they watch. Changing your routine tells them something. You have spent 17 years learning to think the way they think. That is the only advantage that cannot be taken. Level 8. The mythology. You will never reach this level. There are names that do not travel in conversation. Names that exist only in Europol assessments and court documents and on United States Treasury kingpin designation lists. Men who built enterprises worth hundreds of millions of euros without ever being photographed holding a product. Dritan Rexhepi, Nasser Kelmendi, Prince Dobroshi, these are not men who run operations. They are the architecture that operations run through. Rexhepi built a federation of 14 Albanian criminal organizations from inside an Ecuadorian prison cell, using a bribed guard's phone and an encrypted line to cartel contacts in South America. He trafficked nearly 6 tons of cocaine to Europe in a single year while serving a sentence for a separate offense. He ordered killings from his cell. When they granted him semi-open status, he cut his ankle bracelet and disappeared. They found him in Istanbul 2 years later. Kelmendi moved heroin from Afghanistan through the Balkans to Western Europe for decades, while living openly in Sarajevo. Dobroshi escaped from a Norwegian prison in a coordinated extraction, underwent surgery to change his appearance, and ran the Central European heroin corridor from the shadows for 15 years before his rearrest. They communicate through lawyers, through family members, through intermediaries whose only function is to exist in between. An order originates in a prison cell or a country of exile and arrives on the other side of a continent as a completed action. The distance between the word and the consequence is the entire map of Europe. You will never sit at this table. You will serve the table. You will protect the table. But the men at the table do not include you, and they prefer it exactly that way. You are 38 years old. You have been in for 24 years. 3 of those years were spent in prison. 1 was spent in hiding in Montenegro while a case in Belgium ran its course. The rest were spent moving, watching, making calls, staying small. You have made and moved more money than most men see in 10 lifetimes. Your mother has the apartment she deserved. Your sister finished her degree. Your name has never appeared in a newspaper. That was always the goal. One evening you drive back to Kombinat. You park where you can see the street near the old barber shop. The sign on the shop is different now. But the building is the same. The concrete is the same. The light in the evening looks the same as it did when you were 14. There is a boy on the corner. He cannot be older than 15. He stands with his phone in his hand and his back against the wall, and he is watching the road. He does not see you. You are just another car. You recognize the posture because it was yours. You recognize the stillness. You recognize exactly what he is waiting for. You pull away slowly.